Alright everyone, so my name's Sadi and this is Fishing with Sadi. So I've had a lot of questions when I'm fishing, whether it's the canal or on Boston Harbor, about my surf belt. So I just wanted to take some time and just explain what I've got going on here. So as you can see here, this is a duty belt. Right? It's got a 3-piece snap. So this will not come apart. If you try to press on these two, it won't come apart. The only way to take this off would be to hit all 3 parts at once. Comes off. There's an adjustable part right here. I got this on Amazon for about 20 bucks. If you just look up any tactical belt, you should be able to find something. Make sure it has the 3-point snap. That's just a preventive measure in case you don't want to accidentally, when you bend over, you don't want it to clip off and the whole belt come off. Alright, the other piece here that I have is a boga grip. I mean, technically this isn't boga, but it's same purpose, just to lift the fish. I think I also got this on Amazon for about 10 to 15 bucks. Just a fish gripper. And then it's connected to a lanyard, so you got to make sure you connect everything through a lanyard just so things don't fall off. The lanyard that I use is this Kutta 2-pack lanyard. It holds up against salt water pretty well. I've had it for about 2 seasons now, and so far so good. I know there are more expensive options out there, and if you can afford that, I highly encourage to spend the quality on it, just because salt water can beat up the equipment very well. So you want to make sure you get something that's going to last a while. Alright, I'll save the bag for last, but next I'm going to go with the Cressy knife. So I have this sheath here that is screwed onto the belt through these 2 screws, and when you screw it at the bottom, make sure you connect the bottom piece of the lanyard in there so that it's tightly secured. So this one has a little mechanism here. You press down, the knife comes out. Originally I had the titanium version of this knife, but I since lost that because I took it off the lanyard. So make sure you do not take your knives off the lanyard. I took it off to clean a fish, and before you know it, it slipped and it went straight through the dock, and I could not find it again. So right now I don't have the titanium version. I highly recommend the titanium version because when I had it, I beat up that knife and I never had any rust. This one is starting to rust a little bit here, so if you can afford titanium, it's also starting to lose some of its coating, grab the titanium one. But essentially, this clicks on. Right, take it out. And it clicks on here, so it's nice and secure. You don't have to worry about that at all. Alright, the next piece here is going to be my pliers. So these are the Danco, I believe, 6-inch pliers, made out of titanium. They have these adjustable cutters here that you can change out, but I've had the Danco Premio pliers for about 2 years now, 1.5 years maybe. Really solid. I know there's, Van Staal and Visser pliers out there, but these have held up very well. For the price point, I think these were $99.99 or $120, but I got them for about 90 bucks on sale. I don't think you can go wrong with these pliers for about 90 bucks when I got them on sale. I would buy these again. I actually have another pair that I bought 2 because the deal was so good. I think I got the 6-inch and the 7-inch. I haven't used the 7-inch yet, but these just really do a good job. I mean, no rust whatsoever. I have not cleaned these. I have not even washed these. As you can see here, no rust. A little bit, they need to be cleaned, but that's not rust. That'll come off if you use like a wet rag or something. Alright. They come with their own sheath. I actually found the sheath on Amazon. I don't know where it's from actually, but it's fastened to this belt, not through these snaps. So it has the snaps, but it also has a solid piece down here that it's connected to. So this won't come off unless I take the whole belt out and change it. I like these better than the leather sheaths because it's just a nicer feel when you're out there on the water pop it in, and then it's got this little Velcro strap on here. But yeah, the next piece I want to talk about is the surf bag. So I use the Rite Supreme small bag. So this bag is awesome. I mean, it's about 25 to 30 bucks. I know there's a lot of other options out there, more expensive, different material, but for this price point, you cannot go wrong with this bag. I've had it for about 2 seasons now, and I'm getting ready to roll it out for another season. All right. So on the side here, it's got a little bit of a sheath here. You can put a fillet knife, maybe some jig heads, whatever you'd like to fill that spot up with. Here it's got a little of an attachment. You can put a water bottle, maybe jig strips here. And then I like to clip my boga on the little shoulder attachment. So I clip it right on there, and that's how I hold it. So let's take a look at the inside. I mean, this is a pretty small bag, right? It's a 3-tube, and then it's got the compartment here for all these additional lures you want to add on. But I have a popper, one of the Surfer's Twitch baits, got a Rapala, got a darter down there, and then I have 2 SPs. One I think is mackerel, the other one's bone. These are pretty much my go-to plugs. As you can see here, my goal is not to carry a lot of weight. I know, you can have multiple poppers, you can have multiple surface lures, you can have, you could have multiple Rapalas, multiple SPs, but I think this is as simple as it gets. And if I can't catch a fish with these 6 lures, then, the fish just aren't biting that day, is what I like to tell myself. Additionally, on top of these 6 lures, I also have a bunch of additional swim baits. So I got 2 of these Savage Gear. Yeah, there you go. There's the other one. I got some swim baits here. I got some bucktails, more jig heads. You can see here it's a lot of white. I love to fish the white color. I do a lot of dock lights at night, and I just love when the dock light hits these white lures. All right. Got more bucktails, algags. All right. And then I have, that's one of the issues with this bag. Sometimes things do get stuck, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I have another hoagie lure here. So, I mean, it does hold a lot, right? This holds a good amount of lures, and I don't think... So, I'm going small on size here. So, I have additional lures in the car. If I see something out there that I don't have that's working, I can always run back to the car. But the main purpose of this bag is to walk the beach and to be comfortable walking the beach. All right? So, that's what my surf bag holds. So you can see here I have a tactical angler's pouch. The main reason why I put this pouch here is because what would happen is my bag would keep sliding and hitting the back of the pliers. And I wanted something that was about the size of it and that could really keep everything together, so that the bag can't move past this tactical angler's pouch, not clip. I do love their clips though. So the main purpose of this right here is it holds my leader wallet. So this is an Amazon leader wallet. There's so many options out there. If you just look up Amazon leader outlet, you'll find something. But here I usually have 10 to 12 different leaders that I've tied. You can write on here 60 pound, 20 pound, 30 pound. I have some fluke ones that I've made. They have 2 of the tactical anglers, one for the lower bucktail and one for the teaser. But essentially you can kind of customize this packet a little bit, and it's like a condensed way to really hold everything. Alright, next, these are extra no live bait needed swim baits that I can change out at any point. There we go. Here's a pre-made swim bait with a jig head. It's ready. Throw right on. This is a BKK hard packs offshore. This is a 4 times strong hook. This thing's, once this gets into a fish, it's like a gaff. It's not, the fish is not going anywhere. You have a higher chance, I think, of your knot snapping than you do of this bending. All right, and then what else do I have here? Oh, I have this little hoagie swim bait, and then some more no live bait needed jig heads. So I just kind of use it as like an extra compartment to store things and keep all my all the extra leaders I pre-tied. Right. So overall, this is my setup right here. I haven't had too much problems with it. I always get compliments when I'm fishing. Everyone's like, "Wow, what kind of setup? What kind of setup is that? It doesn't look like the typical, you know, belts that you see online, that sort of thing." But yeah, this is it. This is it. And like I said, I always have gear in the car. So I do an annual Black Island trip where I go out there, and this is something I attach to the belt. You can attach it right here or right here. And this is basically, it's got 2 water bottles cut that I can just put like extra long darters. I think this is a 7-inch darter, and I can also add more of the poppers there. I have so many jig heads in the car. This was the Hardpacks BKK offshore jig head that I was talking about earlier. 4 times wire, super sharp, and then it's got 3 different connectors. So theoretically, you can see it right there. You can put it up top and jig it. You can put it to the left here. You can attach a spinner on it. There's so many things you can do with this. Just wish they would have painted this maybe white or a different color instead of just leaving it that. But that's the only complaint. This thing is super strong. And then I also recently started using these BKK fast snaps. These are the number 4s. They hold up to 80 pounds. These are really good. I've recently started using them. I've not had any complaints. They keep the lure in this section right here so that it can move left to right, and it's just a little bit smaller, more compact. And then it's got this top portion right here that's great for the knot. It keeps it in place and avoids any movement. And we have some more extra Rapala lures that I keep around. And then the Storm Swim Shad. These things are just the old trusties. Like when I first started fishing, this is all I used, and I caught a bunch of stripers. So this is a little bit about my gear and what I keep in the car at all times. Appreciate everyone's input if there is any, and you know, if this works for you, it's interchangeable. You can customize it. You can kind of do whatever you want with these. There's no real right way to do it, whatever you feel comfortable. And like I said, this is my light setup. So this is the setup that I can walk 3, 4, 5 miles on the beach and not worry about it being heavy. I also, you know, you can take this bag off and put a heavier bag with more lures, but the way I fish, if I can't catch it with whatever's in here, then it's not meant to be caught. All right, thanks everyone.